You know, on YouTube you can find beautiful content of other travelers. I call them travel porn. You know, and I could sit there forever and watch it. But it's another thing when you sort of weave in a story.
In 2014, at the height of her show Pretty Little Liars, Shay Mitchell made a bold move as an actor by launching her own YouTube channel. The channel features everything from beauty tutorials to vlogs, but Shay's real passion lies with her travel series, Shaycation. When you watch it, you might think that you have this huge team with you. Who is on the ground with you? Like, what does it take to pull off these shoots?
You know, that was one of the most flattering compliments I got was when my Shaycation India was released. I had, you know, this brand contact me and say, we want to work together, you know, but I don't know, your team looks pretty crazy. That looked like a very expensive shoot. How many people are you traveling with? And I'm like, 4. You know, and they're like, what? It's 4. It's my producer, it's my shooter, and my photographer, and myself. And that's all it is from start to finish.
Can you ask him, do a lot of people ride camels in heels?
Not too many.
Oh, not too many. Oh. And we did it.
Wow.
Me and Hira.
Was there one particular story where, you know, just everything went wrong and just to get that was so difficult?
Most recently when I was in Qatar, we were out shooting in the desert and our car got stuck. And then we had another car come and take us away, and that car got stuck. And then it was just like, this is crazy. You know, to get this Instagram photo that I thought was so innocent was gonna take an hour tops, ended up being, you know, we're like, are we ever gonna get out? Sometimes, you know, you get these crazy things that happen and you have to be one of those people that can just kind of take whatever comes.
You kind of were at the forefront of doing this, of being an actor and opening your world up to YouTube. And now it feels like that is a really viable thing for people to do.
It is, yeah. I mean, social media, back then, it wasn't really highly respected, you know, to be an actress and then going into the YouTube world, they were kind of like, oh, cute. So you don't want to be an actor anymore? You want to be a YouTube star? To which I was like, no, but you know, I've done a lot of endorsements and I'm realizing that this is a trend of where a lot of brands and marketing are going to be paying attention. I mean, look, Will Smith jumped on board, The Rock came on board. There's a fine line between YouTuber and actor. I was not here 8 years ago. You know, I was working as a bottle service waitress in Toronto. I stick with what feels right to me because at the end of the day, if I'm passionate about it, that's really all that matters to me.
Obviously, you know, you have your name as an actor when you first started all these things, but how did you really grow that presence on social media? Because not everyone can.
It's a lot of work.
Right?
You don't sleep. You know, I guess I just had this idea and a strong definition of what my brand was and what I wanted to put out there. And truly it was to live life to the fullest. And I wanted that to kind of come across in everything that I did. So back in the day when, you know, when people would say, but what are you? Do you want to get into food? Do you want to get into fitness? Or is it beauty? Or is it travel? But make up your mind. I couldn't. Why can't I do all of it? You know, I do all of it.
I got a blister, but I just think that shows the effort that went into my paddling. Burned off those honey donuts.
You recently published a video on a trip that you did to Jordan to go and visit a Syrian refugee camp. It's very different to a lot of other stuff on your channel. Why did you want to tell that particular story?
The one thing that was one of my missions going into the YouTube world was that I wanted to also produce and put out content that was important to me and that I thought needed to be more out there and to bring awareness to certain causes that were important. Does that video do as well as, you know, my first makeup tutorial does? No, of course not. But at least even getting that amount of people to see and maybe speak about it and have their own conversations and maybe look in and do their own research about it, that's what I want.
You do many different things on your channel, but Shaycation is really your passion project. What's the biggest hope for that series in particular? Do you have a long-term goal for it? Is it kind of every day as it comes?
It's every day as it comes, but there's also a long-term goal with it. I think the thing about Shaycations is that it's truly my interest. I don't have anybody above me saying, do this, do that. But the travel genre is really male-dominated. There was that missing sort of relatability factor. And so I wanted to sort of take the charge in that. And a lot of people are doing a lot of great things in this space. And that's also what I guess keeps me moving, is that, you know, there's somebody else that's getting those really great shots and telling a great story, and it makes me want to go there as well.